Hi guys, Sensei Anne-Marie here and welcome to Sensei Teaches. In this session we're going to look at ambulance buildings and vehicles. There's three types of buildings that you can get. Well, actually there's four. The fourth one's a heart, but I'm going to be looking at that in a separate video. But for now we'll have a look at your ambulance buildings. So you've got your ambulance station, large and small. You've got a clinic and a HEMS. So we'll start off with the ambulance stations. So I'm going to go down to Fulham here, which is a large one. It's the only large one I've got, I think. Yes. Okay, so it's pretty much the same as any other building, whereas you can expand it to a maximum level of 19, so that means you can keep 20 vehicles in there, and you hire people and this, that, the other. You can add it to it or make it into a building complex. I've discussed that in other videos, but basically you make the main one into the complex and then add further buildings to it, but they have to be fully upgraded. I'll just come out of here and show you the small one. You can actually make this into a small building complex, complex base. Now this actually fulfills the requirements, but I'm not going to do it because you need it says you need 4 more fully upgraded stations, which I do have, but I've been told that they're not worth the money, and it's like 300,000 just to join a building together. So right, let's have a look at the vehicles. So in the ambulance station, what you've got is these vehicles here. So first off, let's start off with your bog standard ambulance. It takes a crew of 2, and you can run it with just bog standard personnel. However, you can also put on the critical care trained personnel. We'll go into that in a little bit more detail in a minute. In fact, all of the units you can put critical care trained personnel on it, but some units do not treat patients, such as the operational team leader. That doesn't treat a patient, so it's pretty pointless putting critical care on there. Although it will allow for the critical care on the mission, you're better off putting it on units that can actually treat as well. So you've got your ambulance, crew of 2, and then once you have that, you have your rapid response vehicle. Takes a crew of 1. You can put a critical care guy on that as well, and you can actually keep a rapid response vehicle in a HR location. You've also got your joint response unit that acts as a rapid response unit and an incident response unit, police car. They don't transport, neither the rapid response or the joint response unit will transport. You've got the OTL, operational team leader, and you will need that once you've got 6 rescue stations or ambulance stations. It's a little bit Americanized, but yeah, call it whichever way you want. And with the OTL, that's a specialised unit, and it just takes a crew of 1. You've got a crew carrier which carries 12 personnel. All that will do is speed up a job. It serves no other purpose at all apart from taking crew to a job, which will actually speed up the completion of that said job. Now you've got 2 other vehicles here. Now these are available in heart as well, but I will discuss them because they're in here. You've got the ambulance control unit, which takes a crew of 2. Now these are exactly the same as an ICCU of the fire brigade. However, they only take 2 crews rather than the 6 you need on the other one. And they require the special education of tactical command course. Moving on to the next vehicle is the CBRN vehicle, which is the same as the fire services equivalent to an hazmat vehicle. Again, it takes a crew of 2, where the fire service needs a crew of 6. This requires special education of SORT training. Again, all of these units can operate with just 1 crew. However, that will slow them down, and they are always work faster with a full crew. And that's all of your units. So the only unit in this building that can transport your sick and dying people is the ambulance. None of the others will transport, but the others will treat, and you can put critical care on any of them. Okay, so let's have a look at the clinics. The clinics, I will go into more detail about what they can do in another tutorial with hospitals. However, what I wanted to show you was, in a clinic you can actually put 2 ambulances in there. That's a maximum of 2. Now, a clinic gives you access to a totally different type of job, and that's a transport job. So if I turn my jobs off, I'm going to turn transport jobs on. So if I go into the dispatch screen, it's called a patient transfer, and it transfers it from one hospital to another one. And basically, you just assign the ambulance that's nearest to it and click dispatch. And that's it. It will go to the ambulance state, to the clinic, pick up the patient and transfer him to hospital. And you get paid 250 quid for doing that. I know it's not a lot of money, but it helps towards the cost of a clinic. I quite often forget to do them. Okay, so let's have a look at the medical helicopter station, or more commonly known as a HEMS or an ambulance. So we've gone into it, and if you have a look, it's pretty much the same as your police helicopter. You've got your service status, expand, vehicle market. But the difference being with this is you can only have 3 helicopters in here, but you can also have 5 RRVs. So I have 2 helicopters in here at the moment, so I'm going to be able to show you how to expand it. You've also got the switch. Now, as you don't need any training for HEMS, basically you don't need to use the switch. However, you can put critical care on all of the units in here, which mine have denoted by the CC after the name. So we're just going to expand this station. It's 1,000,000 credits. So we've expanded it, and now we can go into the vehicle market. And you can see that it's 300,000 credits to buy the helicopter. So it's 1.3 million for each HEMS. So we've bought that now. We go back and we see that we've got the 3 there. So I just want to copy this. Copy. I'm going to just rename it. Control, doing it old school here because I haven't got LSS set up on this browser. Change that to 3 because it's helicopter number 3, and that will do it. Save it, assign personnel, and we should have a guy down here somewhere. Critical care, yes, there's one, and assign him. So now we've got this helicopter station fully expanded, and that's it. Right guys, thanks very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click like and subscribe, and look out for any future tutorials that I do for Mission Chief. And thank you.